few days, and you'll see that people are. I mean, it's being referred to as an explosive idea to give people
our
a vote
media.
on this.
Greece doesn't owe this money. They're about to be signed on as debt slaves. Can you believe they want to be able to vote on it? The extremism of it is so evil.
Luckily, they won't get the chance now. Ha ha ha.
Exactly. I heard like on Bloomberg a month ago. We'll take over and get all the money. Don't worry. You know, good to hear from you from Hong Kong, my friend. Alex in Texas, a little closer to home. Go ahead, Alex. Hey, Alex from Texas, you there?
Hey, can you hear me, Alex?
Yes, I can. Go ahead.
All right, sorry about that. It's good to talk to you and James as well. Actually missed you. I tried to actually meet you down at the Federal Reserve building, but we got there a little bit late. I guess you'd already been down there in the rain that day.
Yeah, that was great. Thank you, my friend.
No problem. It's an honor to talk to you. I actually talked to you a few money bombs ago. It was actually a few years ago, and I don't know if you actually remember it. I pressed you a little bit, but I had just woken up at that time. We had talked about Zeitgeist. Do you remember that?
I've had a lot of calls about Zeitgeist and the big plastic cities we're going to live in under a loving computer that runs our whole life, and I'm just not enlightened enough to not want to live in the plastic city.
I know. Well, I apologize. I actually pressed you a little hard then. And,
I love it. Listen, if you want to live in a plastic city with a robot controlling you, be my guest. But I should have the right to not live in the re-education camp.
Definitely. And since then, I've watched a lot of your videos, and you've actually woken me up, and I really appreciate what you do. And I'm actually a veteran myself, and, you know, actually being in the military, I saw all the compartmentalization and just really how you talk about that. You really don't see what other departments are doing. You don't really know, you know, what the higher-ups are doing. You're just doing what you're told, and that's it. So it's basically I've tried to do my best to pass your videos on and wake people up. My brother has actually just become a Kentucky State Trooper, so I've actually passed on a lot of your videos to him, and he's actually woken up as well. So it's actually good that we're getting more law enforcement.
Every person you wake up is one step closer to victory. And again, you're not even waking them up to our info. Just get them to look at history, get them to look at the facts, and they'll see the reality.
And he fought me on it. He was, you know, special forces. He went to Afghanistan. He, you know, actually had to kill people over there. And it was a really hard, you know, thing to actually wake him up. But the information that you put out, and I've actually even sent him some of James's videos as well. He's actually woke up to, you know, the truth of what's going on in the world. So thank you for that as well. But now he's in a position to actually do something about it and bring information forward. So that's great.
Well, thank you so much, Alex. That's really an exciting call. James, what's your take on what Alex just said?
Well, absolutely. Let me thank Alex as well, because if it isn't for people like him, not only confronting their own paradigm and breaking out of it and learning the true history, but then passing that along to others, if people don't do that, then we are lost. So without people like Alex out there handing this information out and getting people to look at it, we're not going to win. So absolutely, my hat's off to everyone out there who's doing that in whatever form you can. You don't have to have a website or a radio show or whatever, just in whatever way you can get this information out. That's the way we're going to win in the end.
You're right. Alex, God bless you. Anything else?
Yeah, I constantly put those videos up on my Facebook to wake people up constantly and get in those arguments. And really, Alex, you and Ron Paul are my heroes, so thank you once again.
Well, thank you. Look, I'm just an average person who studied history and knows the facts. And my main mission is to get other people involved, like James Corbett and countless others. And that's why we're going to win. Truth is truth. That's the end of it. Look at all these lines. I've got like 12 more people on hold. We've got 10 minutes left with James Corbett. Then we're going to go to break.
Let's give them all 10 seconds.
That's exactly. Well, I try to shut up. That's one good thing about a burnout Alex Jones, who's been on the radio for 13 hours now. God almighty, I got a lot of hours to go.
It's good our situations are reversed now, because it's usually me at 2 or 3 in the morning, bleary-eyed, staring into the webcam. But now it's a beautiful, sunshiny day, so I'm up and I'm awake. And
it's black as Stygian night here in Austin, Texas. The stars are shining in the firmament. The night
I love
is
it when
cool.
you get poetic, Alex.
That's right, waxing poetic. Let's go to Will in Oklahoma. You're on the air, Will. Welcome.
Hey, thanks for taking my call, Alex. And James, good to talk to you, too. First off, you're not just an average person, Alex. You're actually, like the gentleman said last week, you're an encyclopedia. And I truly believe that you are extremely smart and an above-average person, and appreciate everything you do. I've already donated today, and I'm a Prison Planet TV member. And I just first want to say, everybody out there that's listening, even if you guys got to donate. It's time to at least spread this message. And
I forget while we're here for 24 hours or 27 hours, we are trying to raise money to hire some more crew members and buy some equipment. You can donate at InfoWarsMoneyBomb.com or Infowars.com or 888-253-3139. Thank you, my friend, for pointing that out, Will. What else was on your mind?
Well, first off, I'm calling from Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I don't know if you've caught one of the most tweeted articles the other day about the Tulsa World and Occupy Tulsa, but a bunch of people down here got pepper sprayed because they wouldn't step on the sidewalk after curfew. You have to pay $100 a day to protest here in Tulsa at the spot where they've decided to protest. And also, if you have a group of people, you have to have $1 million insurance liability is also required. And obviously that's ridiculous, simply exercising rights to free speech and assembly. So,
well, I mean, the government acts like if you want free speech or to be involved, like you're some 8-headed monster spewing venom out of your mouth, which just shows how criminal and out of control and sickening this government's gotten. Thank you, Will. Your take on that, Corbett?
I just concur with you exactly. It's the they look at you like the 8-headed monster. They look at you like they live when they discover this one can see. We've got one that can see.
This person wants to demonstrate. They want to speak to their government. They're informed. They want to end the private Federal Reserve. This is terrible. Oh, God almighty. If he was only like a peace president murdering people, then it would be okay.
Yes, if you're not a Peace Prize laureate and all for kinetic peace actions all around the world, then you must be. There's something wrong with you.
If you're not blasting children's skin off their faces lovingly, you're with Al-Qaeda. If you're not giving Libya to Al-Qaeda, you're with Al-Qaeda. Joe in Philly, you're on the air. I think he just hung up. That was it. Let's talk to Doug in New Jersey. Doug, you're on the air.
Hey, Alex, what's going on, brother? James, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. Thanks for joining us.
No problem. Listen, Alex, I just want to let you know I appreciate everything. I know everybody likes to suck up to you and everything, but I do appreciate everything that you do. You woke me up.
Oh, are you kidding? I appreciate you. You're the folks out there getting all the work done, fighting the globalists.
No, listen, man, we are out here. I am out here waking people up. We are literally in the fight, info warriors for you. Anybody? I mean, I know it's not just you. We check all the information. It's all there for everybody to research. I mean, I think it's hysterical that the statistic came out with the 47% of guns. I mean, I just got my gun permit. We're Second Amendment. We're getting it out there. But
by the way, Doug, you shouldn't. Obviously, New Jersey, you should have to get a permit. I've had Texans tell me I'd like to have a gun, but I have to get a permit. Most states you don't have to. I was in Vegas. I went to a shooting range where they shoot machine guns or whatever. In Las Vegas, it's real popular. And people were coming out going, I'm a fan of your show, and someday I'll be able to have a permit to own a gun. There's no laws in Nevada, unless you're a felon. But obviously, New Jersey, I think, has got pretty much of a clamp down. But, it's your right. But go ahead.
Oh, no, you're totally right. I mean, we have to, fill out the mental health paperwork, and then you got to get with the fingerprints done, and then do the whole background check. I mean, I have to get, recommendations sent to, the way to get it through faster is you get, former police officers or, police officers on duty, and this is the way they speed up the process. Normally it takes 3 months, but it is absolutely ridiculous. But two questions for you. I could ask you 100, but the Thrive movement movie, have you heard about this?
No, I haven't. Tell me more about it.
Okay. I don't know. I saw an ad for it. Apparently there's a movie coming out called, if you go to thrivemovement.org or .com, one of the two, I don't know. It goes in and talks about the Federal Reserve, the bankers. Then that there's this energy. Basically, aliens came here, kind of a whole David Icke kind of thing. But I did a little more research into it, and apparently that the guy directing the movie or came out with it with the funding is all by Procter and Gamble. So I don't know if that.
What's the name of it again?
ThriveMovement.com or .org, one of the two. But it's supposed to be coming out 11/11/11, so in the next week or two.
Well, I'll check into that. Thank you so much. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you do want to see us continue to fight the globalists, make more films, do more nightly news reports, hire more people, expand what we're doing, donate. We're not the government that comes with a gun to your head and say, give us money or it's over. We're here saying, hey, buy the books, the videos, donate at InfoWars Money Bomb. Call 888-253-3139. Donate if you believe in this. We've broken $200,000. And I'll be happy as long as we hit $300,000 by the end of the show tomorrow. But if you believe in what we're doing, I don't want folks that are of meager means to donate to us. People out there that have means, that are doing okay in this depression, donate to the InfoWars Money Bomb, because who can doubt this is the biggest bang for the buck, what we're doing here. James Corbett is our guest. I will go to Joey, Theodore, Brian, Joe, Randy, Jeff. I'm doing pretty good, actually, taking calls. I'm usually pretty obnoxious and just rant endlessly over news articles. Your calls are coming up. We got Fritz Springmeier coming up. You'll get to talk to him. We got to say bye to James Corbett at CorbettReport.com. We've got about 2 minutes left before we go to this video of earlier of the health ranger Mike Adams back there juicing carrots and apples for us. What a great guy. Comes in to fill in for a few hours when I take a break, and he ends up making us all healthy juice. What a great guy. That's coming up, and then I'll play another report from Darren McBreen before we go to our next guest. But in the last minute or two, you got the final word, Mr. Corbett.
Well, as we've gone over today, there's just so much going on right now, and it's so hard to keep all the balls in the air. But just once again, let me give my hats off to the whole InfoWars team and everyone that I know who's working behind the scenes there as well to get this up and going and keep that tip of the spear, just keep driving further and further into the heart of the New World Order. So once again, I hope the Corbett Report listeners can help drive you over 300,000. Let's see. But at any rate, my hats off to all your work, and thank you again for continuing to cover Fukushima, because of course it's been buried in the news cycle, but it's still going on and still worrying things happening over here. So I'll do my best trying to keep my eye on it, and thank you for covering it.
Well, thank you, James. There goes James Corbett of the Corbett Report. We're going to go to break here in a minute or so and play a never-before-seen video I shot on my iPhone. Actually, I just uploaded it to YouTube, but never-before-seen as we transmit live here a few hours ago with Mike Adams in there juicing. I show up, well, I'm already on the air, but I show up in the break room, and Mike Adams is in an apron in there. So I thought, I got to shoot video of this. So a little bit of behind-the-scenes coming up, and then one more video clip. After that, I'll let Jaron pick one of the nightly news reports or one of McBreen's reports. And then we're going to come back with Fritz Springmeier joining us via video Skype for his third interview with us in the last week since he got out of prison and is now able to actually speak out, author of Bloodlines, the Illuminati. It's all coming up straight ahead on the other side. If you want to be part of this historic transmission, you're here watching it, you're spreading the word about it, that's awesome. You can also donate at InfoWarsMoneyBomb.com or Infowars.com or 888-253-3139. Our great crew are in there answering the phones right now. We'll be right back. Well, Aaron, after 6 months of off and on doing research, is trying to get the Skull and Bones Never Before breaking news from Charlotte Iserbyt together. She's the lady that gave Anthony Sutton his info. We're going to try to air that in the morning. Got a bunch of breaking stuff during this 24-hour Money Bomb. We're going to upload this to the rant sections of PrisonPlanet.tv and the YouTube channel.